we are downloading a new VST plugin. The companies right now, it's not important, but the process, what it's about to unfold, kind of speaks for itself. I believe it's a very similar process to any VST plugins you purchase online these days. Today we are testing a new bass from Amplesound called JF, which stands for Jaco Fretless. Let's get started. So we have a tremendous opportunity to test this new Jaco Fretless Bass. This is not a review of the bass, but I'm gonna use it my own way. I'm hoping to do it through many different videos from now on, and in the end of our journey, we are going to review the whole experience. I think it's fair for all of us to do it that way. So I'm gonna hold on to that bass until I feel like I can speak the truth of that VST sample. The process is pretty straightforward. I go to a VST plugin website which I'm interested in. I scroll through the products, and if I like something, I click on it. And then basically I can purchase it. Now, if you have an account with that company, you log into it. Underneath, you've got all the record of your purchases and etc. First, we have to download a products library. So if I'm looking for GF, Jaco Fretless, I will click on that and then download the bass. Then John Patitucci bass, the same thing, the library first, the bass plugin second. Once I done that, I restart my computer. This is important because sometimes we open some DAW and this VST plugin does not manifest. I don't want any trouble, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna restart my computer. After we restart the computer, we open our digital audio workstation. Once we open our digital workstation, we will assign the instruments. We create a track. Under each track, there will be an instrument responsible to create noise on that track. Take a look at this purple track on the top in Luna. I click on the instrument window, and here's the Jaco Pastorius. It's very easy, you can The wonderful thing about that company is that they produce this visual manifestation of my playing. So I can see if something is possible for them. bass player. And how to achieve that. See, I can see everything I play. Okay, so beautiful experience. Beautiful. See, so now we've got we wanted to test these new plugins with different DAW. One of the DAWs, it's MPC. We also have Luna from Universal Audio. I wanted to test these new VST plugins if they work with a different platform, and turns out they work beautifully. We already created a bass line. The bass line is based on E-7 flat 5, A7 with flat 9 flat 13th, then into D-7, and G7 with tension 9th and 13th. And we kind of looped our performance around the circumstances. Once again, A minus 7 flat 5, A7, tension 9th and 13th, D minus 7, and then G7 with natural tension 9th and 13th. Okay, the bass line, it's already recorded. Now we can hit the play and record the piano playing as well. Exactly. Okay, makes sense. Now, in the regular, normal circumstances, we could go for quantization, like I can quantize. Let's just do a 164 for the piano. So now it's going to be more punctual. Alright, so you've got the idea. You see, I'm a huge fan of harmony in music. I believe that you can surround great harmony essence with great beats. When I have great beat, it doesn't guarantee me that beyond that beat, I will create anything valuable. So now everything is clear, my ears are more vulnerable to the harmony movement, and I basically measure how I balance the music without the shell of the beat. I love to go into, you know, like the people go to surgery and the doctor opens up the abdomen, right? And there's the essence of human being. And they search for, you know, something what caused problem. They fix it, they remove certain things, they patch certain things. So for me, you know, when I think about the music, this stands for music harmony. Like everything, right, in a human being kind of stands for that movement. Now this skin and everything else stands for the rhythm. Once again, it's a strange way of looking at it, but it works for me. So now we've got guitar, if we spell it right. Okay. So now we mark the guitar, and all of a sudden, let's just do a different color for the guitar. Let's just do red. Piano, we love blue. the bass, purple. Okay, you've got the idea. Okay, so they are different from each other. So now I will try to come up with So, of course, like we said in previous video, I'm not a guitarist, but this physical manifestation of the instruments, gives me so much. This is a huge gift because now I'm looking at the notes I use and I'm asking myself, is it possible for the guitarist to play like that? So that's the bottom. Let's fool around with it. So when I play harmony, like this is nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with it. All right, so this is just right now it sounds like a one big mess. It's not about it. I can always peel layers of music. This is too much out. This is too much out. This is too much. And I start shaping my sculpture of music based on the taste and based on the imagination. Yeah, I like it much better. Let's just quantize that section. Excellent. And of course, you remember that there is some We could create like a harmonic discomfort if we play this note too late on the bass. Here we go. You see? Let me... I'll just extend this, but for the no snap, but the amount we want. Yeah. Exactly. Okay? So that's the idea. So that's the game. Once we have this foundation of music movement through harmony, now we can just introduce the concepts of different beats. We already created a channel, a track called Congas. And we generated the conga pattern through Easy Drummer 2. And it sounds like this. The beautiful thing about Luna is that I can search for some different conga patterns. If I like something, I just can grab it directly to the track I'm seeking to, and it's there. Okay, so I don't have to go through additional motion and just, do layers of different preparation. I just grab it, manifest there, so I don't have to drag it into the MIDI window on the software of the Easy Drummer. So this is cool. So very, very easy, we established 4 different segments of conga playing. We didn't do any fills yet. It's just the idea of spicing things up, but adding the rhythmic structure. Let's take a listen. The way I like to see it, I love to address the issues between these 3 instruments. The piano with bass, the bass with guitar, the guitar with piano, and kind of measure how they interact with each other. Since our time is limited, I'm gonna skip this idea of polishing the tracks responsible for harmony movement. And we're going to add the congas so you can have kind of consistent add and expansion towards your vision. So please don't judge based on mistakes and how they, how messy this is. It's a direction. And then, of course, this captured job will take place and we will polish these tracks and relationships later on. But for now, adding the congas into our music will create this effect. And of course, I could spend more time working on the conga section by adding a fills and changing some notes here and there, making making it sounds like more natural. Now, we pushed it to the next level by adding drums into the community of sounds. And
the drum set, what we chose, comes from the same company, Easy Drummer 2. We chose a basic version of it. And once again, we went to the browser. We liked certain beats. We just grabbed them directly into the track, and they basically manifested there. So this is a beautiful thing about Luna. Skipping the middle name, etc. All right, let's hear what the drummer player is playing by itself. So now if we combine the drum set with congas, we will achieve this result. So this is just our skin. Remember the rhythmic part of our arrangement. Now, I would love to, since this video is about Jaco Fretless, I would love to address the sound of it, because right now, that's the bass. So now I'm thinking, I'm gonna add the console. I've got this API Vision plugin, what I can basically explore now. I'm gonna type bass. And of course, the Luna gives me some suggestions. So I'm gonna scroll through them by playing the bass and find, and stop when I feel like I like the sound. Okay, we like this one. And just remember, these are just such suggestions. You can always shape your bass sound through EQ, compression, and limiter. All right, so this is what we found so far about our bass. Now we are going to play it against everyone else and see what happens. All right. So think about this. We just fool around with this new fretless. The inspiration what comes from the sound of it kind of pushed us towards this direction. Now, I'm not serious about this music. This music exists for the reason just to test the Jaco bass. Now, I don't want to be invested too much in that recording. So what do? I treat it like lightly. I fool around, and then guess what? If I find something what is valuable in it, I'm gonna grab it and then polish it. Okay, so I never know what's gonna come out of the work. So basically, you come into your studio with this. If you come to your studio with this expectation, I promise you, you're going to block a huge amount of inspiration coming your way. But if you fool around, guess what? You are loose, you're relaxed. You are not concerned about the outcome, which means you can go beyond the usual. When you go beyond the usual, you start discovering things about. And of course, it could be a disaster, but you definitely are going to learn from it at some point. So this disaster, eventually it's going to lead us towards something spectacular. And we are like listening and it's like, wow, I can't believe I just created it. Okay? So when this moment happens, I'm going to grab that piece and basically expand it, fix it, polish it, make it beautiful. But for now, I just dismiss the whole thing as fun activity by me fooling around with my senses.
So the idea for today is to experience a new plugin. The DAW of my choice, it's Luna from Universal Audio. But I'm assuming if it works here, it's gonna work on your platform as well. Next time when we see each other, I'm gonna try to use this plugin, the VST instrument, the Jaco Fretless Bass, through the MPC DAW. Okay? I just wonder if the process is the same, because in the past we had to connect our computer in all the plugins what we have on it. So I'm kind of curious if the process is similar, or we have to kind of start the process from the beginning. Once again, our time with each other is limited, so we're going to move that to the next video. My name is Piotr Kowalczyk. See you next time.